one of the Longhorn Invitational against the Lady Demons of Northwestern State here from Macombs Field in Austin. 2 games already in the books.
She had last year, and as a drop ball pitcher, you want your ground ball ratio to be higher than that. He said too many fly balls. He wants her to be lower in the zone, let her defense work.
Speaking of the defense, unable to get the out.
Arm behind home plate. Texas going to give Reese Atwood a little bit of a break. See what Stewart can do.
Martinez over to second for 1. That one gets away from Mitchell. So Jolie Mitchell getting the start at first. Leanne Good starting at second in place of Alyssa Washington. Good on to second. Over to first. A double play ends the top of the first inning.
Lateral curve screw. She has a changeup. She'll also try to use a drop curve to get hitters to chase.
Knocks down that one for the first out as Henry is retired. Horns hitter to strike out this season. Ropes one, that's a fair ball. Flying around first base, Mia Scott is digging for 3. And she is in there with a stand-up triple here in the first.
Well, Mia Scott can do it all. This pitch low inside does a great job of driving that. It hugs the line, just stays fair, but as soon as that ball rolls to the wall and towards the corner, you know just how mature her at-bats are, how she's been able to kind of rely on Reese, come to Reese, talk to her about the pitching they're seeing. And
Stewart lifts one to deep left field. Katie Stewart leaves the yard. 2-0 Longhorns.
Well, to finish that thought, Reese Atwood was excited that Katie Stewart is really trying to step up her game this early in her freshman year. And right now, early in this game, she steps up, puts Texas on the board. What a mammoth 2-run home run off the bat. That was loud. Katie Stewart, welcome to Macombs today.
What a great year she is having. She's now reached in 13. Well, here is the now 2-time reigning National Player of the Week. And there she goes. Reese Atwood retired on 1 pitch. Martinez over to second. Ragsdale is there. And the inning comes to an end. But the
talked about how many seniors they had, but she did point out that she has that core group of freshmen that she's going to continue to build around in her time there with Northwestern State.
Martinez fields that one away. She was hired last. Former transfer from North Texas, swinging away and delivers with a base knock. The Lady Demons' first of the day. Prejean has brought in a bunch of winners out of high school like Delafield, who won 3 consecutive state championships and gets hit by the pitch there. So 2 on with 1 away.
Force other teams to have to make hurried plays instead of playing station to station.
That's a golden opportunity. That one chopped over to Good, bobbles it. Everybody's safe, and the bases will be full of Lady Demons. Lascano chops it over to Morgan. She goes home for the force, and they get 1. He's driven in 3 runs on the season.
Interesting show of a bunt right there with 2 outs and bases loaded.
Let's see what happens here with the 1-1. Checked over to Mitchell, dropped the ball, and Northwestern State is on the board. Mike White said that was one of his question marks early in the season. First base, specifically defensively at first. Texas there.
Well, Jolie Mitchell coming over from Notre Dame, usually a third baseman, playing the other corner right now. She goes into the hole for that ball, doesn't keep moving through it. But right there, you have to keep moving through that. Go get that so that way Leanne.
Northwestern State with a few singles and a hit batter as well, taking advantage of Texas defensive miscue. That one over to short. Martinez air mails that one, and we are tied at 2.
This is another high hopper, and Vivi Martinez gets over to it, but you see her double clutch right there. And that double clutch makes her rush the throw.
Over to first, Mitchell fortunately has time to scoop that one up, and the top half of the second comes to a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Seeley. How about that? Back-to-back strikeouts against one of the best offenses in America. Good patience from Ashton Maloney.
Baseman Delafield is now playing behind the bag. Second baseman is deep as well.
Maloney is going to throw from Walker. And Maloney slides in there safely, now in scoring position with 2 away.
Tag.
Second straight walk issued by Kenzie Seeley, and back up to the top of the Texas order we go.
But she's using that screwball away, so Texas is going to have to adjust to that game plan.
Henry checks one down the line in left, and that is hauled in by Curtis. So Texas, through numerous injuries at all those positions as well, this one lined out to Dayton. Cameron Curtis. Washington fields it cleanly.
This year or in the past 4 or 5 years, but really teaching girls how to win again. And you mentioned it in the first inning, Alex. So many of these Northwestern State players won a state championship.
Doing a nice job so far. Walker now 2 for 2 after that single. Delafield was hit by a pitch in the second. Over to Washington, scoops it up nicely and on to first. That's the defense Texas is.
Time.
Where is Bob now? Did you keep him?
I don't know if she has Bob still or not.
Leadoff walk issued to Mia Scott. She reaches for in the middle of a track meet. Bounce right in front of one of the runner's feet there, and she delivers again in this one. 2 hits on the day now for the freshman Katie Stewart.
Even after what she did as a freshman.
Certainly improved during the offseason. Skies one right to Seeley. Atwood 0 for 2.
And to be the vocal leader.
But over to short, on to second for 1. They make quick work of Washington. And Washington will advance to second, 2 in scoring position. Lady Demons don't fall for that. Second and third, 2 away. Mitchell into the gap in left center field, and that will score 2. Jolie Mitchell, the transfer from Notre Dame, puts Texas in front.
Well, Seeley uses this off speed. However, she hangs this one high. She's been locating it low in the zone. That's been effective for her. This one up in the zone. Jolie Mitchell able to get all of it, drive it to that left center gap. The placement of that changeup was all the difference right there for Seeley Mitchell. Or Delafield just unable to track it all the way to the fence because it did land inside the field of play.
Payoff pitch back up the middle. Fielded by Ragsdale, and she throws it away. Jolie Mitchell will come around to score. Good, slides in safely, and Texas extends their lead.
A power hitter. So Coach White going to look for her to kind of take the reins as Jordan Whitaker did in her career, be able to be an RBI producer.
Over to short, Liscano on to first, and Hunter retired. Which does that send to the rest of the team that if these miscues continue, the head coach won't necessarily stand for it. He won't mind making changes. In the field at catcher and first base, respectively, getting a breather. Washington. It's been that kind of.
I do think if she fields it cleanly, she has a shot at at getting her at first. Hits the glove right there. So I'm sure if you ask Washington, that's a play she should have made. It was sliced with a little bit of spin, though.
Now that was interesting. Taylor Williams reached twice on an error. Sends one into foul territory. What a grab on the run by Caden Henry. Drops down the bunt. Denton has to hurry and throws it away. Dayton wisely moves on down to second to begin the bottom of the fourth. Talented first-year player hitting .474 so far this year. Henry over to short. They check Dayton over at second. Close play over at first, but Henry retired. Scott sends one to left field. Curtis makes the grab on the run. Nice job by the freshman Cameron Curtis. Waits the 3-1. Here we go, 2 on, 2 away for one of the hottest hitters in the nation. Lifts one to left field. Atwood has done it again. Home run number 10 on the year.
Atwood gets herself a pitch. She likes the ball up in the zone, but this one down, she goes down and gets it. I'm not gonna say she golfed it, but she stayed through that really well, and that clears the fence out there in the grad student housing, bounces over. Reese Atwood, way to get your first hit of the day. Again, Alec did the softball game, but Coach Singleton has made that transition very smoothly, and this offense has been absolutely tremendous since he came onto the staff.
And that continues with Alyssa Washington's base knock.
At another program could be starting, and you kind of buy into that knowing that that's the program you're entering and that's the situation.
4 straight Texas batters at reach now. Sophomore hitting .263, gets into one. Leanne good off the wall. 1 run comes in. Here comes Katie Simmons. The throw home off the mark, and Texas goes up 10-2.
They're into it, but Leanne Good lifts this pitch. Another left center gap shot off the bat of a Longhorn. Coach Mike White pushing the envelope, sending Katie Simmons all the way from first base. Throw from Lascano just takes Walker up the line. Simmons gets past her. Try to cash in as much as possible.
Over to third. And here we go, 5th inning on the way. Texas up by 8. They have the Lady Demons down to Texas, meanwhile, right now looking for run rule victory number 7 on the season. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Simpson. I mean, 14 strikeouts in 8 innings this year for Simpson. Not a bad ratio there. Here's Tristan Court swinging away. Scooped up by Scott. And the Lady Demons down to their last out. Lifted to left field. Caden Henry is there, and Texas has picked up their 7th run rule victory of the season, 10-2 over Northwestern State.
Well, Texas scored off early, then scored often, and the pitching staff was able to keep Northwestern at bay. The defense settled down, but a great opening game here for the Longhorns. Saw Coach White get almost everyone some action